Welcome back to the show, guys. Today's 15-minute AMRAP question is it okay if I train only 3 times a week? Or do I need to come more often?
Yeah, that's a very common one. Is 3 times a week enough? Short answer, yes, it's enough. Long answer, it depends. It depends, of course, on what the goal is. What are you training for? Different goals might mean a different answer to this question. So the question in general is broad, but we'll break it down, starting with the myth that a lot of people think that more is always better. I think this is one of the biggest misconceptions in CrossFit, especially for new members. You're motivated, maybe you didn't work out for a while, you're all excited to try this new thing, your friends around you maybe have done it, and that's how they brought you in. You see how their body changed, how fit they became over the years doing CrossFit, so now you're very excited to do it as well. And then the reflex is when we say you should start with 2 or 3 times a week and then build from there. The reflex often is, okay, I'm now in it, I'm ready, I'm motivated to directly want to think 4, 5 or maybe even 6 times a week if you want to come every day, because we're open from Monday till Saturday. Because more is better. I will get fit faster. The problem is that frequency without recovery doesn't bring you to results, because like we talked in other episodes, you can only train as much as you recover from. It's as simple as that. And if you go from not training for the last month, so meaning 0 trainings, directly to 4 or 5, that's a very big jump. That's why we suggest you to go to, even if that's only for a couple of weeks, even if it's only for the first couple of weeks, or even if you make a membership with 3 times a week, just try the first week 2 times, just see how your body reacts. And then go 3, or if it's too much, maybe we switch the membership, so you do 8 sessions in the first 4 weeks. But you need to feel it, because it depends from person to person how your body will react. Person A might be fine with 3 times directly. Person B, maybe he feels like it's too much and he needs to build it with 2 and then go from there. CrossFit, it's high intensity by design, but intensity comes at a cost. If you train hard but you don't recover, if you train hard but you don't sleep enough, if you don't eat enough, or if you don't manage your overall stress, then adding more trainings won't get you closer to your goal. It will start pushing you away farther from your goal. Because again, what use is it to keep showing up for or to have a plan in mind, the perfect training plan, if you cannot stick to it? You want to come 5 times a week, but your body says no. Does that mean that CrossFit is not for you? No, not 5 times a week is not for you. You need to start smaller. Maybe 5 times a week will become for you, but not at this moment. It's too early. Remember, you go from 0 or you go from a totally different type of exercise to this. So give your body the time to adapt to the new stress. Because lifting, bodybuilding style, or only running into doing Metcons, it's a big stress, it's a big shock on your body. It's one of these things that also me and you went through doing our first CrossFit Metcon, being surprised how such a simple combination of exercises with very little rest can fuck you up so much, even though I had the impression, and you also, that we're very fit already from doing since childhood sports. So keep that in mind. It's a different animal. Let yourself mentally and physically the time to get to know this animal without feeling so fucked up that you get demotivated, don't want to come back.
I think this is happening because you think this is linear. Like you imagine success should be from here straight up diagonally. That's success, but no, it's like a heartbeat monitor. It goes up and down. It's never straight line. When you're straight line, you're dead. So basically, even if you put all your effort behind it and your mental helps you and you will push and push, your body's going to give in if you're not used to this. Because what we're looking at, me and you, we trained for over 12, 13 years, just this style.
CrossFit, huh?
And you can see it and you can feel it. It's pretty hard now for us to fall behind because of so much time invested in.
You have a big base now.
But we do also get injured.
Of course.
When we try different stuff, things that we are not accustomed to. Because even if we do CrossFit, they're still so broad. This sport is so broad that when we try a different angle approaching it, for example, gymnastics or weightlifting, it can very fast injure you.
Yeah. Every time you do something new, you need to be careful in how you approach it, and always go from the idea, start small. With anything you do, start small and see how the body reacts to it. What I do think 3 sessions per week can do for your fitness, I think they can still be very effective. You don't need to, if your goal is longevity and like we sometimes call it, be better at life, just be good at the strength you need for the daily life, to the groceries, the moving the couch with your friends, play the basketball game or football game or padel game with your friends. 3 times a week can do a lot for you if that's the reason you're training. It will build strength, it will improve your cardio, you will learn some new skills, and most important, if you stay consistent over a long term with 3 sessions a week, so every week is 3 every month, you stay consistent with not dropping off all of a sudden. 2 weeks I didn't come, and then I did 3, and then I did 2, and then I did 1. No, if you stay consistent 3, I think you can build a pretty good fitness base for the daily life activities, for longevity, for those type of things. So that's like the goal that more and more people come within the goal in the gym. And I think for that goal, I think 3 sessions it can be a good minimum if that is your goal. Other people that 3 sessions are ideal for if you're new to CrossFit, or if you have a physically demanding job, so you're already doing physical activity, you're in construction, or I don't know, you're even more, you're a guy that does moving furniture, you're already doing physical activity, then I think 3 times a week might be good, because maybe if you do more, it will become too much to recover from again. Because you're already doing physical job. Yeah, you're not lifting, you're not doing bicep curls, you're not doing cleans, you're not doing thrusters, but you're doing physical activity. Then you also have to keep that in consideration with what can I still do more on top of what I'm already doing in my job. So also that, it needs to be in balance. 3 times a week, good for if you're coming back from an injury. If you're coming back from an injury, you don't want to jump back into a full access 5 times a week membership. Again, start small. Your body just got stressed from the injury, you need to slowly build up again, so you can't give it the same volume as before. Or if in general you're just struggling with recovery from training stress, then 3 times a week is a good idea. And then maybe we need to look a little bit into why do you have trouble, why are you struggling to recover from the trainings you're doing? And then see a little bit what can be the tweaks in nutrition, in mobility work, maybe in massage, in what else, in sleep, getting enough sleep. And then maybe if then the goal is I want to do more than 3 times, but for now I don't seem to recover from more. If I do more, then maybe we need to have a look into that. So that draws me to, when should you consider more than 3 times? If sleep and nutrition are on point. Like I said on the last thing, why aren't you recovering from 3 times? Maybe because sleep and nutrition aren't on point. But if they are on point, you could consider to go 4 or 5 times. Do you need it for longevity? No, I don't think so. But if for the pleasure of training, you want to do more, or if you have a specific goal performance-wise, then you do need more training, because if you want to be the best, the most fit person you've ever been, 3 times is not enough. But that's a different goal. So depending on your goal, but then to be there, nutrition, sleep needs to be on point so you can recover, because otherwise you'll go back to what we talked about before. You're trying to do more, but you don't recover from it. So those trainings are becoming useless.
If you want to be a performance athlete, you need to live like a performance athlete. Also outside the gym.
Yeah, that's what we say a lot to people that struggle with recovering. Like, you're doing all the things in training what a performance athlete would do, but you don't give the same importance to what you do outside the gym, and that's why you're breaking down. It won't last, it's normal. That's the reason. Not because there is something with the programming, not because you don't have the genetics, because you need to recover as hard as you train. if the goal is performance that you seek. Not that it means you will never get injured because you're pushing your body to the limit. But if you want to give yourself the most chance to get optimized training, then those things next to training needs to also be on point. So the better question is not should I come more, but am I getting the most out of the sessions you're already doing? So ask yourself a couple of questions. Am I listening to the coaching cues and doing something with them? Am I moving better now than I was moving last month? Am I scaling appropriately and hitting the stimulus? So the stimulus gets explained by the coach at the board every time before the Metcon. Things like a round should take this long, your run should be under 2 minutes, this movement you should do unbroken, pick a pull-up variation that you can do at least 8 reps with. Are you doing those things and getting every day the stimulus of the day? Are you recovering well enough to train tomorrow? If you're not sure, maybe you should test it out. So on people that are on a 3-day schedule and are thinking of a 4-day schedule and saying, I feel good, I don't know if I should train more, I will want to, test it out. Instead of going Monday, Wednesday, Friday, come Monday, Tuesday, 2 days in a row, have a day off, come Thursday again, and you test it out. Test it out. How does the body feel when you do 2 sessions in a row? Are you recovered then? If you are, then maybe it's time to, if that is your goal, or for the pure pleasure of it, to go 4 times. Because now if we're going to go 4 times, we cannot every time leave a day in between. It doesn't match in the 6-day schedule that we have. So we're going to have to go consecutive days. So that would be the moment to say, yeah, if I can say yes to all of these things, it would be the time to think about, for whatever reason, I could think about adding an extra session per week. And when I saw this question, the first thing that I thought of, I don't know if you thought about it, was, okay, if you guys are talking about 3 sessions a week, why do you have a 2-session membership? Is 3 sessions the minimum, or is 2 sessions the minimum? Or why do you have a 2-session membership? So I started, I know already the answer, but I started thinking a little bit more about it. And we created this membership intentionally. Not because we think that 2 sessions a week is the fastest way to get you fit and to give you the minimum amount to give you, like I said about the 3 sessions. The 3 sessions, I believe, is the minimum amount that you need to still make some progress towards the goals of longevity and moving and doing all the things in life well. It's possible to get to a bodyweight deadlift. It's possible to squat at least 75% of your body weight with 3 sessions a week. It's possible to add cardio. But that's not why we created a 2-session membership, because what I believe the 2-session membership will do is it will, it's more of a maintenance thing, or to add it to other activity you already do. And what I mean with that is that over time we saw that we got more and more people in that they have a busy, a very active life. They're interested in a lot of things. They want to run, they want to lift, they want to play padel 1 time a week or football with their friends. They want to bike, they just want to be active in general. They already know that they will not make it more than 2 times a week because of the other things that they also want to do. They're active. If we combine all of their activities and they also come 2 times a week to CrossFit, they're more than fine for longevity and for having fun in their life and for doing the daily things. So the 2-session membership is focused on giving people the flexibility. If you're on a 2-session membership, I would always suggest you to have at least another hour of training outside the gym. If you're on a 2-session membership, it's okay. It can be maybe a period of little time, a period of stress, as long as your expectations are accordingly to what the 2 sessions can bring you. The 2 sessions can maintain your strength to a certain point, maintain your cardio to a certain point, but it's not a plan on, it can add, for example, for the runner, it can add the strength training he's missing, because runners, they should, to prevent injury, they should lift. So if he picks strategically the sessions that are suitable for him with the goals he has, for example, I'm only coming to sessions where it's majority of the session is lifting, then 2 sessions, it can add to that. But for somebody that wants to just be fit for life, I don't think it's enough. So it won't make big jumps in strength, it won't dramatically increase your cardio, it's harder to improve skills, unless those 2 sessions you're only using them to target very specific skill work. But overall, the 2 sessions should be to add on top of something or for a limited period. And the limited period can also be, I'm doing a build-up as a beginner and my body's getting used to it, but you shouldn't stay on 2 sessions. You should go to the 3 sessions. So as coaches, our job is not to push you towards more training. Our job is just to help you to choose the amount of activity that you can actually stick to. And here I'm again with that sentence, consistency is king. If someone trains 2 times a week, consistently, moves well, stays injury-free, has fun in training, who am I to say you need to go to 3 times? Just need to be sure that your expectations of what 2 sessions can give you is realistic. So to sum it up, is 2 sessions enough? Yes, it's enough to stay active. It's enough to support other sports. It's enough to build the habit of moving. It's not enough for maximal performance. It's not enough if CrossFit is the only thing you do. But hey, if you're happy with 2 times a week, we're not going to force you. I'm just telling you what's possible in 2 times a week. My general recommendation for people with general fitness goals and longevity goals is get into the gym 3 times a week. Or get into the gym 2 times a week, but make sure you do something extra outside. So remember, train smart, recover hard. The goal in the end is to be able to keep coming back, so to be able to stay in the game, so you can keep showing up to the gym. Remember, consistency beats frequency, and progress will come from quality training, not from exhausting yourself every day. I will catch you on the next 15-minute AMRAP podcast.